Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Lyndon Houston. Welcome to Lyndon Houston Cooking. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make a lovely, rich, very simple chocolate cake. And if you're new here, please do consider to like, share, subscribe, do leave positive comment. Let's get into the video. So one of the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna get my pan all greased up. So in this case, I'm using like a baking fat. So I'm not gonna use any grease paper in this. So make sure you get it right down in the side, everything. So I'm gonna use a different techniques. It's like an old techniques before they start use grease paper and stuff like that. So get it all in. Now what we're gonna do, we're gonna flour this, and what that do is stop the cake from sticking in the bottom of the pan. So for this, you need about a spoon of flour. So what basically we're gonna do, shake him around, give him a bit of knock. Make sure you get it in all the sides. Just keep rotating like this till you get it right down on the side. Okay. So our next step is our ingredients. So I'm gonna use about 2 cups of sugar in this. The recipe is 2 cups of sugar, but this I use about 1.5. Otherwise, I don't want to make it like overly sweet. It's cake, so it's gonna sweet anyway. And I'm going in with about 2 cups of flour. I'll be adding some baking powder, so 1 teaspoon baking powder and 2 teaspoons bicarbonate. I'll be adding about 1 teaspoon of Celtic sea salt. Personal preference, you don't have to add that. I'm using about 1/4 cup cocoa powder. So I'm just going to use the whisk in this just to get it through the sieve. So just use your whisk to combine this together. So I'll be using a cup of milk. If you want, you can use evaporated milk. And I'm using about 1/4 cup melted butter, 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, and I'll be going in with about 3 eggs. So now I'll be going in with a cup hot water. Then you keep combining this. You can use a mixer if you want. So I'm just using a whisk to show you that if you don't have a mixer, I have a mixer, but I just choose to do it manually. So you can use a hand whisk. I have both of them, but I don't mind do it like this. So make sure your mixture become nice and fluffy and shiny like this. If you don't have butter, you can put a little bit of oil in it also. That's personal preference. So this is thoroughly mixed. Just grab your cake pan or your desired container, whatever you want to put it in to bake, and pour it straight in. So because this is going to rise a bit, I don't put the rest in it. So this is enough. So I'm going to put this in the oven. You can put a tray underneath it and put some water in it, but it's not needed at the moment. So the rest, I'm just going to put it in these. Okay, so that's it. So the cake is out the oven, but as you know, you have to leave it to cool. So with this, you can either put something over it. So I'm going to let it cool down before I do anything else with it. Stay tuned. So what I'm going to do here now, I'm going to make the frosting icing for the cake. So basically what I'm doing, I'm going to sieve the icing sugar. So make sure you sieve this at all times, because sometimes it comes a little bit lumpy. We're going to add our cocoa powder also. So I'm just going to use like a whisk. But normally if you try to shake this now, it's going to go all over the place. So basically what I'm doing, using a whisk, and make sure you give this a good sieve. So if you want, you can use a hand whisk, but I will use my Kenwood mixer. I'm just going to transfer this into the bowl because it make it easier rather than me messing around with the mixer. I have some butter here, so I'm just going to soften this up a little bit just to help the process. Now just go in with your butter. I'll put the recipe in the description. Now, if you want to add some vanilla to it, you can add some vanilla. I'm just going to tip a bit of vanilla, probably about 2 teaspoons vanilla. in this. So to this, I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of milk in that. I'm gonna increase the speed now. So now guys, if you want it to adjust, just depends on the amount of milk you want and how thick you want it or how fluffy you want it. I'm adding some milk to this. So this will help it to get a bit more fluffy. So guys, depends, as I said, how fluffy you want it. If you look at this here, that's the consistency you want. So the next thing I'm gonna do with the cake, I need this to be even because you need this to be flat. So I'm just gonna go like this. So I'm gonna take this bits off. So with this bits I'm gonna take off. You can use this to make like some chocolate balls, which is personal preference. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put it on my cake stand, like so. Make sure I'm even up properly. Just gonna remove it. The thing is, what I'm gonna do, because this is a fairly high cake, so I want to get like 3 um, layers. So I'm gonna put the chocolate I make in about 3 part of it. So I need to cut it. So I need to remove this layer and set that aside. But the thing what I'm proud of is the consistency of this. I'm gonna cut him here again. Okay, so that's done. Remove that. So look at the consistency, guy. I love that consistency. So I'm gonna go in with my icing. The thing is, I don't want it too thick. But the thing is, if you need this a little with a little bit more like fluffier, just add a bit of double cream to it, or milk. So as I say, I don't want it too fluffy. That consistency is okay. So just work it away around. Make sure it goes to the edge. What I need to happen here, I want some of it to leave, because I'm going to put some around the side also. So then I'm going to put this one on. So as you see, guys, the next part is I'm going to put some other chocolate icing or frosting, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to go on top of it. This is a second level. And if you like what you see, guys, if this is a content what you like, or a video or recipe, I appreciate if you give this video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. So make sure when you're doing it, you put the ice in, push it right to the edge, especially if you're gonna go around the side with some icing. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put this other layer on. Make sure it's flat enough. Then I'm just gonna use the spatula, just go around like this, just to take off the excess. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna go around with a layer on this. First, I'm just gonna do the top. Next thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hit the edge. I'm just gonna go around. So basically, I want this. This is not a rush thing, you know. When you're making this, just do it how you want to do it, how you like it. So ladies and gentlemen, that's a finished product. Look how lovely that is.